Zelensky, what the hell were you thinking? Billions of dollars wasted. We gave you weapons, support, everything, and you still couldn't make a deal. Why didn't you sit down with Putin and end this war? Instead, you kept pushing. Zelensky, we gave you billions and you still couldn't end this war. You kept begging for weapons instead of making peace. America's said your ATM. You should set with Putin, made a deal, saved Ukraine. But no, you dragged this out, wasted time, money. You think the world will keep funding your war forever? We're done. You had chances to negotiate, but you chose to fight a battle you couldn't win. Now Ukraine is weaker, your people are suffering, and for what? A war with no end. You kept asking for weapons instead of working on peace. We helped you, but you never had a real plan. You let your country suffer instead of negotiating. Now America is done funding your endless war. You ignored every chance to make a deal. Wars don't last forever, and neither does our support. We sit not here to fight your battles while you refuse to make tough decisions. The American people are tired of this. We gave you billions, yet Ukraine is still struggling. That SIP's failed leadership. You acted like we owed you this war. Well, we didn't sit. You should ended this before it destroyed your country. You had leaders, diplomats, and chances to talk, but you kept fueling the war. Do you even have a plan, or are you just hoping we keep bailing you out? America has had enough of your mistakes. We asked about peace, but you pushed for more war. You gambled, thinking we'd back you forever. But look at Ukraine now, weak, broken, and still fighting. You should have made the right choice earlier. You wasted time, money, and lives. A leader knows when to fight and when to negotiate. But you ignored every warning. Now your country is suffering and America won't keep saving you. We told you to talk, but you refused. You let pride destroy your country. Russia is stronger. Ukraine is weaker. And you have nothing to show for it. You let this war drag on when it could have ended. We're not paying for your mistakes anymore, Zelensky. You thought endless war was the answer, but it wasn't. You had the chance to save your people, and you failed. Now America is done. It's time for Ukraine to fix its own mess. You should have made peace, but you didn't. And now the consequences are yours alone. America won't fight for you anymore. It's over.
Today's high-stakes meeting saw U.S. President Donald Trump openly criticizing Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky over the ongoing war with Russia. Trump did not hold back, accusing Zelensky of mismanaging billions of dollars in Americans' aid and failing to seek a diplomatic resolution when he had the chance. According to Trump, Ukraine had multiple opportunities to negotiate peace. But instead, Zelensky chose to prolong the conflict, expecting unlimited Western support. He firmly stated that the American people are growing frustrated with funding, a war that shows no signs of ending. Trump questioned Ukraine's strategy, blaming Zelensky for dragging his country into further chaos. He emphasized that the U.S. will no longer serve as Ukraine's financial safety net, urging Zelensky to take responsibility for his actions. As tensions continue to rise, this meeting marks a significant moment in the ongoing debate over U.S. involvement in the war. As the meeting progressed, Trump grew even more assertive, demanding answers from Zelensky about the billions of dollars in aid that failed to turn the tide of the war. He accused the Ukrainian leadership of poor decision-making, arguing that their refusal to negotiate with Russia had only led to more destruction and loss of life. Trump reiterated that the U.S. could no longer justify pouring money into a conflict with no clear resolution. He stressed that American resources should be used to strengthen the U.S., not fund endless wars overseas. Meanwhile, Zelensky remained largely silent, listening as Trump laid out his concerns. While the Ukrainian president attempted to defend his stance, Trump cut him off, insisting that the world had grown tired of Ukraine's demands. He questioned whether Ukraine had a real strategy or was simply hoping for indefinite Western support. The meeting ended with Trump making it clear America's priority was its own interests, and Ukraine could no longer rely on the U.S. to bankroll its war efforts. This shift in U.S. policy could have major implications for the ongoing conflict, leaving Ukraine to rethink its next move.